Hello and welcome back. This is TheHereticSpot and we are playing Pathfinder Kingmaker. As you remember, in the last game, the loading of the next map crashed, and well, I had some issues after that. I tried to fix it with some patching and verifying my data integrity. So we are here again at the start of the Lamashtu shrine when we have to fight those guys who think they are doing a goddess bidding. Well, for a second time we will convince them again that they are wrong. Dead wrong. This time I will not read or do anything about that. I will just go through the conversation. And hope that we'll do just fine. Don't think we can go through that. Blah 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 blah. So let's go. Attack!
I'm not afraid.
Oh, it's too dangerous. I will run away. Run away. Do we have enemy prayers? I see. But now again we have a level up of our prestigious cleric again. God damn it, if I would remember what I've given him for spells. Spell focus, do you have something like the outflank? You can't. You don't have any use for that yet. I don't need you with vital strikes. Wasn't there? I thought there was a spell or a skill actually. For channeling energy, I think there was something. Make that what blah blah blah, which gave me more channeling. I think my priest had like 13 or 14 in channeling energy. Extra channel. There we go. How about that? Extra channel. What do we channel now? Well, probably have to rest before you can use that. But you have a magnificent spellbook which has unused slots. We will have use of that in a moment. What did I give him? Did I give him anything? Yeah, I did give him something here. You don't need that, fine traps. I don't know, Batman. Let's give him another restoration. So, and here we go, that part. We had, I think I gave him once Flame Strike. And on the other part, I gave him something good as well, I believe. Did I? I had to. It must have been especially awesome. I think it was like the summoning elemental. Plop. Just make a clean save here, so we don't have to do that again. So then let's click on all and follow that. Oh yeah, no. We have stuff here. Like somewhere here, was it? It's a cookery of gift of death. Unholy and sacrificial.
I'm there.
That's the thing. Yep. Nope. Okay. Yep. Ah, note. I see. There was more. Of course, I can't get away without getting all my precious items. Make a save here now because we found some stuff. Yes, we want to go like that. Leave. We go with mobility because we more or less can't fail in mobility. Let's choose dexterity because for reasons, and with her because she has not much less dexterity but way more perception than I have. Way more perception. Lindsay has 5 points there. Perception of 18. That would give her a bit of an advantage in numbers in that case, but dexterity. Ah, yeah, because we are going for dexterity. Let's try Lindsay. Dex check failed. 10 plus 5. What? No, result is 10. 5 plus 5. We rolled a 5. Of course we did. Yeah, that was my perception check, please. I don't want... Nah, never mind. At least that I did succeed. So that's the point where our loading crashed. Let's see if we fare better this time. I hear music. That's a good sign. Okay. The lodge is lit with only a few candles on the table and the counter. Shadows lie thick around the room. A number of people are here. A well-dressed couple at a well-dressed couple at one of the tables. A girl in simple dress dozes near the opposite wall, and at the counter is an untidy dwarf. She's wiping the mugs and glaring at you. From the half-open kitchen door, you hear a clanging of pans upon metal, presumably a stove. Keston looks around with a heavy gaze. Things have gone from bad to worse. We must find the cultists before they flee. and we have no idea what they look like. And we no, that was not well voice acted. And we have no idea what they look like. That was better. The people in the lodge look surprised and concerned. Each seems to recognize you and ask themselves, "What is the ruler of these lands doing here at such a late hour, flanked by armed guards?" Keston's hand falls to his weapon. "Your Grace, I'm ready to make an arrest, but if you wish to investigate further before making a decision, I'll make sure no one leaves the lodge until you give the order." Oh, we don't have chaotic. I'd like to look around and speak with the people. Maybe I'll find something. As the command, Your Grace. No one will leave this house. I'll make sure of that. Keston looks around the hall once again. My advice? Take their room keys. Their personal belongings speak their owner's intents of blah blah blah. My advice, take the room keys. Their personal belongings speak their owner's intent, of more than their masters would like. Well, that is not a bad idea, actually, Keston. I am somewhat impressed. Okay, let's see what we have here, then. A bearded middle-aged man stands before you. He wears a massive gold chain on his neck. The woman beside him gives him a polite smile and a nod as he approach. Greetings, Baroness. The man's voice is low and man's voice is so low as to rumble. Well, I can't imitate that voice. Let me introduce myself. Cabron Tendrim from Restov. He nods to the woman beside him. And this is my wife, Una Tendrim. We've come to your lands to hunt. Yet, I admit, we did not expect to meet you in person. To what do we owe this honor? Tell me about yourself, please. I am a legalist, Baroness. Carbon hooks his thumbs into his embroidered belt. My job is to ensure rest of laws are upheld. My wife is a keeper of the heart, and my loyal companion in prolonged journeys. Una nods without a word, her gaze fixed on you. Oh, can we bluff? Let's try to bluff. Oh yes, of course. Carbon Tadrim. I've heard about you and your famous legal cases. Success! Haha! Carbon Tadrim freezes as if someone put a knife to his throat. Is that so? He tries to smile, but his eyes are fearful. I doubt, Baroness, that anything you've heard concerned me. My family name is a common one. I have so many relatives. I know not a quarter of them. He clears his throat. So, a legalist, so you're a judge. Cameron smiles slightly. Not exactly. I work as a legal defendant. In case when a suspect innocent must be proven, and I admit I have moderate success in this field. Cameron seems about to elaborate, then stops. No need to bother you with tedious tales from the court. Now my bluff would have been perfect. Una Tadrim raises her head. We've decided a trip was in order. My husband worked so long hours during the last several months, so he felt a journey would be good for us. Well, with a difficult job like yours, it's impossible to get by without some divine support. Whom do you address your prayers to? Why, the Abada, of course. Divine patron of laws and lawyers. Cameron looks at you intently. Surely you are aware of Abada, are you not? You must be. No matter. Let's go back to the other question. Oh, there's so many questions, and I've read them all in my first gameplay. I do not remember exactly who was at fault, but I think it was actually them. The woman back here has a wounded leg, I think, but I think she had an alibi. You've recognized me once. Do I know you? I doubt it, but news about developments within the Stolen Lands and your role in them has traveled far, Zalara. Zalara is a well-known name beyond your borders. Cabron gives you a polite half-bow. Far from Brevoy, are you not? You seem, Cabron clears... I've heard the wildlife here are excellent sports, so I decided to see for myself the truth from rumor. You understand? Sought truth from rumor, you understand? Fortunately, my fair wife was in favor of the trip, so here we are. Do you prefer snares or bow? Bow. What kind of prey do you hunt? Cabron freezes eye. He swallows cougars. He swallows again as if fighting to take a breath. Magnificent predators, worthy prey for worthy hunters. He gives an awkward smile. Well, I hope you enjoy your hunting. Let's change the topic. My pleasure. An odd place to rest for the night. Una Tedrim. Why, Baroness? Una gives a false smile. We adore this charming dwelling. She glances round the dim hall. Her smile remains, but you notice she raises an eyebrow at her surroundings as if in judgment. Crime has taken place nearby. The one responsible may be hiding in this house. Have you seen anything suspicious? Cabron Tendrum. The Tendrums exchange glances. I'm afraid, Your Grace. Cabron looks downcast. We won't be able to help you. Have you seen anyone suspicious? Cabron looks around the hall. We're not accustomed to such company, Baroness. Besides, from the rest of the legalists' point of view, every person in this room is suspicious. Do you know the hostess of the lodge? Do you know the hostess of the lodge? No, I don't. Cabron rubs his brow. And I must say, she doesn't look forward to meeting new people either. Oh, there's something fishy here. I know that. I don't remember which one of them it was. Let's find out. Do you recall who came to the lodge in the last hour or so? Cabron casts a look beyond you. On second thought, this young woman. I didn't notice exactly when she entered the room. He turns to his wife. My dear, perhaps you recall. What was the name of the hostess used? No. What was the name our hostess used addressing her? Ulrika, sweetheart. Una shrugs faintly. I cannot recall if I saw her at the start of the evening. Let's go back for another question. I need your room key. Perception succeeded. I rolled a 3. Bloody fuck. That was only one can fail. Awesome. We got the room key. We will make a save here because reasons. Witch hunt. Yes. Could we talk to Una? No, they're both the same. Okay, let's see. Militiaman Kasten. Religion.
I'm glad to help.
Holy symbol. There is Aristil's holy symbol above the fireplace. The god of the hunt and family ties protects this place. The fires crackle, bringing comfort to weary travelers. Ulrika. A young woman stands before you, wearing plain dress and hooded cloak. Her belly is swollen. She is pregnant, and her time is near. Your Grace, it's an honor. The woman bows and stares at you with shining eyes. I thought I'd never be able to thank you in person for your kindness, but gods were kind to me. You must have forgotten. Ah, come on. You must have forgotten already, but it was you who discovered my husband's body. A trader died on one of his trips. You found a brooch and a letter on his body and had it sent to me. She touches she touches a turquoise brooch. I do remember something pinned to her dress. The brooch is familiar to you. You made it possible that the last gift from my husband had found its way home. There's not enough words in the world for how grateful I am. What are you doing here? I'm taking what rest I can afford. Afford after a long day on the road to your Grace. I'm a widow. Owlcat stops short. I've barely had 2 seasons to mourn my husband, and he left me with a child. And in difficult times like these, I've got a sister in Gralton. God bless her. She's agreed to give me a shelter in her house, so I went there. There was nowhere else to go. I think she's here because she wanted an abortion. That's her choice, more or less. A memory of Owlcat's letter emerges from the depths of your mind. She mentioned her son in that letter, but now there's no child by her mother. It's odd that Owlcat, who's been planning to stay at Gralton's, didn't bring her son with her. Where are you from? From Galt, your Grace. I am from a tiny village near the tract. Guess no one here ever heard about this place. Oh, what is that? Sheep, knowledge world. I would like to know who had that knowledge. You recall the location Galt from Gralton. As far as you know, stonelands lay aside from the places Owlcat had named. Are you planning to stay in Gralton? Owlcat hesitates. I don't know yet, she answers, but if things turn out well, why not? It was a long journey for you. Owlcat shrugs. I've little coin, your Grace, so I have to beg traders on the road to ride in their carts. I spend nights anywhere I have to. This place is the last warm and dry. Let's talk about something else. I'm looking for a cultist I'm looking for a cultist of a dark goddess. Can you help me? Owlcat pales. Cultists? That's horrible. But how can I help you? Have you seen anything suspicious tonight? Owlcat shakes her head slowly. No, I don't think so. I should try to spell that a bit better with the right pronunciation. Do you know anyone in this hall? First time I've seen these people. First time I've seen these people was when I stepped over the threshold of this lodge. Do you know who came to the lodge last? Owlcat frowns. I heard a noise from the kitchen. It was like something fell on the floor. And then the scrumpy old lady, Dumra, came out. Let's talk about something else. I need your room key. Owlcat hesitates, then takes a key out from her cloak and hands it to you without a word. You see this couple at the table. They are nobles from Restov. They claim you were the last one who came to the hall. Owlcat gives you a perplexed look. But that's not true. It's not. Her voice trembles. Dumra, the hostess. She was the last one. I remember her coming through the kitchen. I shook her. let's get back to this place. No, I have to talk to her probably first. Dumra. Dumra, a sturdy door-faced dwarf stands before you, hands on her hips. Despite the wrinkles on her face, she looks more than capable of handling herself. Handing herself. The woman looks at you with caution, throwing quick glances towards your companions. Your Grace, she chooses her words carefully. What an unexpected visit. I'm the hostess of this place. My name is Dumra. How can I help you at this hour? I'm looking for someone. Can you help me? Dumra gives you a sullen glance. It seems she is not too happy to talk with you, but she doesn't dare refuse it openly. Do you know who your guests are? Why should I? Dumra tilts her head, her eyes appraising you. I'm not their ward. They come, they pay for a bed, they keep quiet. Why would I care who they are? A crime has happened, Dumra. I need your help to find the culprit. So, what did this culprit do wrong? Dumra's voice becomes thick. Corners of her mouth curved down. Shot a deer in someone's lands, and now the criminal has to run away as if she was an animal herself. Oh, she talks about a woman. Interesting. What it is? Leave me out of it. A cultist of Lamashtu is hiding in your lodge, and I have to find them. Dumra stares at you for a moment, then utters a hoarse chuckle. One of Lamashtu's own? One of Lamashtu's own? That's quite the story you've spun, Your Grace. Next you'll tell me I'm holding Rovagog down in the cellar. And what's your proof that I hide a cultist? There are footprints leading to your lodge. So what? Folk come to this lodge every day, both from the flatlands and the swamps. Your lodge is the only house in the neighborhood. And, she lifts her chin, is it a bad thing to provide shelter for those who's lost? Several hours walk from your lodge, shrine of Lamashtu. Baroness, enough! The dwarf clasps her hands. Here in the Stonelands you can't swing a dead cat without hitting some goblin's nest, or cursed ruins, or a shrine of something foul. I'm not going to argue with you. Dumra crosses her arms and lifts her chin. Do you let everyone into your house? That's a silly question. Dumra's face turns red. What are you hinting at, huh? Your guests, Dumra. Do you allow anyone who asks to spend a night here? I meant that followers of Lamashtu prefer, let's say, free relationships. Let's take that in. Dumra straightens and inhales slowly and snarl, rattling in her throat. You know what? You may be a baroness, but I'm not going to listen to your filth. She spits to the counter. Then almost out of habit, she immediately begins cleaning the surface with the rug. What was my life come to when one of such as you brands me as one of ill repute? What has my life come to when you, such as yourself, come on, slowly and clearly. What has my life come to when one such as you brands me as one of ill repute? Do you remember when they came to the lodge last? Dumra closes her eyes, trying to recall. I went to check on my traps. Some people arrived when I was away, so I came to tell you so I can't tell you for sure, Your Grace. Let's talk about something else. What else haven't I told you? A lot, Lumra. A lot. People say you came to the hall last. Drummer looks at you closely for a moment and grunts. Right. She speaks slowly, as if keeping her temper. I went out of the kitchen with this clumsy girl has knocked over some of my pots. What of it? How many people are there in the lodge now, except for you? Watch yourself. There are 3 of them, all sitting over there. Drummer nods towards her guests. That one in the kitchen, guessing she is the servant of the noble folk. They look to be carrying all the coin. I'd like to examine your room, Dumra. Drummer hands tighten to fists. She keeps but she keeps them on the hip. She says nothing, merely stares at you. Diplomacy. Listen, the sooner I cross you out of the suspect list, the sooner I'll leave you alone. Do me a favor and give me your room key, and all of this will be over before you know it. Drummer is silent for a moment, then nods and pulls an old, age-darkened key from her belt. Your way then. Her eyes narrow. Oh, that should be read. Her eyes narrow. But have a care. No digging through my undergarments. Or I'll have your hands on the hook, you dear. You hear? Yes. What is this place? Can't you see for yourself? Drummer grumbles. A place where people can rest after the hunt, enjoy a tankard or two, and fill their gullet. The nearest tavern is far, you know. How long have you been living here? Duma squints at you, searching your features. Many years now. I know the whole neighborhood, flatlands, and the swamp. This place is rather secluded for travelers in. That's not an inn. Duma looked around the room. It's my home. I hunt for a living, and other fellow hunters spend a night here. If they find themselves too far from the tract, too far from a tract, what is the main hunter's prey in these parts? On the flatlands they go for fox and deer, birds in the swamp. There's always a chance of running into something dangerous, something more dangerous, of course. That's enough about the lodge. I'd like to see your wares. Yes, show me your fucking wares. I can sell you a lot of shit and get. Normal full plate. Yep, that is so much better. And it gives me 5,000 coins. Oh, she has a Torok pendant. Why not? Let's take that. Deal. Oh, I feel so much lighter right now. Let's collect all the milk.
Done and done.
Aha! It looks like something was burned in the stove before you just entered. Sana. The kitchen servant is busy grinding herbs within the mortar. She is wearing a dress soiled with dark stains, and her hair is knotted in a bun, with a stray with stray hairs poking free. Stealth check. Oh, nice. Nice! The woman doesn't appear to notice you as she makes her way with the stove. Away to the stove. You notice she's limping badly on her right leg. Before you can speak, she turns around, sees you and freezes. Who are you? Name's Sana. I cook for Tedrim's nobles of Restov. She wipes her hands with an apron. What will it be? What can you tell me about your masters? Sana frowns. No quicker road to trouble. Talking about masters, that is. She glances at your clothes and sighs. How would you like it if your servant were all a gossip about you? The regular pay not sting you with a coin. They don't yell much. So I count myself fortunate, I do. What are they here, you think? None of my business. Might be they have things to do, but I would know it. I meant, I cook and I serve. When needed. When and where needed. Alright, that's enough of Tedrims. We're looking for a criminal who may have fled this way. Have you seen anyone suspicious? What can be seen here? What can be seen here? You say. Sana snorts. Ask Dumna. She runs the house. She does. Has anyone come into the kitchen recently? Only Dumna came. She frowns. No doubt checking to see if I'm not palming the silver, as if there's anything worth stealing here. So there's not. The hostess of the lodge doesn't mind you cooking at her kitchen? As if she came here often herself. She throws up her hands. Filth piled in corners of the floor, sandal deep in dirt. Had to work my finger to bones to clean the kitchen before I could start proper meal in this. She curls her lip. This cowshed. That's all I need. I need the key to your room. Room? She raises an eyebrow. I don't have a room. Kept here in the kitchen, beds and the bench. Still warm enough though. What are you cooking, Sana? She throws a glance at the stove. There's for tomorrow, she hesitates. Tomorrow's midday meal it is. Peek into the stew pot. You take the lid off the pan. Some brew boils inside. It looks strange and smells odd. You lean over and smell the stew, and immediately flinch. The acrid stink of vinegar feels like a punch to the face. Besides, you can smell some strange spice, which would be appropriate in a desert. In a dessert, yeah, I think, but not for a first course for dinner. All right. I won't trouble you any longer. 5.
I see something.
Ooh, and money. Well, it was hidden. Not my fault. I have to investigate everything, even the coins.
In due time.
Oh, perception.
I did as you asked.
The door was recently used. Yep. Okay. Okay, that was
I'm there.
the first part of this lodge and the questioning. And I'll see you next time for the next part. Till then, goodbye, good night, and till then.